What's he say now? Welcome, I'm Lando Calrissian. I'm the administrator of this facility. And who might you be? He's a scoundrel. He's a nerf herder. He is Lando Calrissian, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to another Only One Kenobi video. Only one. And my last video was about an R2-D2, VOTC R2-D2 I have, which I've opened. And it was a VOTC figure, and it was slightly yellowing, if you remember. Check out my last video. I'll cut to the chase. I got this on eBay recently. I have a little collection of figures that I have recarded. I'm talking 80s, 70s, 80s figures, which, to be honest, I don't really like the look of these loose, because they have aged. They're great, nostalgic. Some people might have collections of these loose on stands. I much prefer these now on cardbacks, because I think that these have been greatly outshadowed by the quality of the figures you get in the modern vintage collection line, which are, you know, really bang on screen accurate in many cases. But this is a figure I have wanted to get hold of. I had this as a child. I have a memory of holding my Lando figure on holiday in Portugal, and I was so young. I don't know what the hell happened to these figures I had in my life. I don't know where they went. Did I lose them, drop them, bury them in the garden? I just don't know what happened. But anyway, he disappeared. But I just remember this memory of this figure and having it and knowing exactly who he was and where he was from in the movie. It was the colour blue. I thought, oh, it's him from the movie. I knew, you know, Lando Calrissian. It's Lando Calrissian. And it's a great figure. I got this for £5 on eBay. I've got some acrylic paint. I'm going to touch up his hand there. I've got some brown. I'm going to mix in a little bit of black to make him a little bit darker, because the brown I've got is quite a light brown, but I can fix that by just mixing some paints around there. And then I'm going to recard him. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to recard him in an old VOTC packaging shell. Let me show you now what I've got. I much prefer to recard like this. I've done it before. I've recarded, check my videos, I've recarded a Rebel Commando. The VOTC R2 I've opened, I'm going to use that to do a bit of recarding. And I'm going to open up one of these guys, and I'm going to put an old Lando inside. This is the VOTC. Yeah, it is VOTC. This is 2004 again. Vintage Original Trilogy Collection, the prelude of the modern vintage collection. I have two of them, and this is the first one I got, and it's the best condition. But I did get another one in later months. I did a deal. I think I got a Greedo, and I won him as well. And whatever. I think I've come across a few of them and sold them on for a tiny profit. But this one here, I got it in the post, and just like that R2-D2 I showed you in the last video, this bad boy is also yellowing. Please comment if you've got a VOTC Lando that has a yellowing torso. I mean, look at it. It's terrible as well, because it's yellowing on blue, you've got this horrible kind of greeny, it almost looks like wee in a swimming pool kind of colour, if you don't mind me saying. It's a terrible colour. Yeah, let me take it out the star case, you can have a closer look. It's bad. The one I have here isn't that bad, but actually now when you see the damage or what can happen to other figures, that's the worst case scenario. You look a little closer on that one, you can sort of see that that's turning as well, and that's my best one, so I think it must happen to all of them. Sci-Fi, if you're watching, g'day mate. You said about figures yellowing in the bubble, which, yeah, it can be possible. You said something about atmospheric conditions, yeah, no doubt. But isn't it funny how the plastics vary? When we look at the R2 in the last video I did here he is again. He's yellowing here. But what about that? I mean, they should, Hasbro or whoever has got a brain in that company should think to themselves, right, well, we'll make the figures next time out of that type of plastic, because that hasn't yellowed. I hope you do that, Hasbro. Make your notes or whatever you do. Do your homework and figure it out. So, I was going to sell this on eBay, but I haven't actually. Oh, I've got it listed on eBay. I'm going to take it off because he's not selling. I've sold one before on eBay, and I would like to. I want the card back, to be honest, because I have a little collection. All these are 100% genuine Hasbro items, yeah? Hasbro Kenner. But I have, as I say, in a separate room, I have just behind the door, I have a collection of 80s figures on restoration card backs. And the card backs are so, should we say, in quality, because they've been printed by somebody and put onto custom card backs. And they're missing that beautiful Hasbro genuine 100% mint shine that you get. Look at that one. See, this is a proper card back. So I figured that, and it's been done before, people do it. If you open a vintage card back, you can put inside the card and the bubble an 80s figure, and it works quite nicely, and I know how to do it quite well. I haven't got any videos explaining how to do it, but just get a very thin, very sharp knife, get underneath the plastic, and just sort of pivot, friends, Ross Geller, sort of just ease, just a bit of pressure upwards, and it will just sort of lift the glue bubble off the card. Be very careful though, don't rush it. And you should be able to lift it out and get the figure out. So I'm going to take this out because I wouldn't mind having him loose, and when I do get him out, I'm going to have to sort him out because look at the state of his torso. He is really... Sorry, I stopped talking then because my phone glitched. I thought I was running out of, memory. No, sorry, let me go back onto it. Yeah, so I'm going to have to try and sort him out. Toy Polloy channel, he's a guy who restores 80s figures, but this guy is a 2004 figure, so he ain't that old, but he also needs a little bit of TLC, a little bit of attention there. So he uses a special solution. I should have looked at the video to find out what it is, but he uses some sort of chemical. I don't want to say peroxide, it's something like that. It's something with a kind of a bleaching agent in it, and you leave it in the sunshine, and it just restores the yellowing. So anyway, I got this delivered today. This was from a guy in Britain, some guy in England, and also, funnily enough, on the exact same day today, I got, I've mentioned Restore Nation quite a lot. Oh, jeez, live TV moment. Oh, here it is, I found it, live TV moment. I mentioned Restore Nation quite a lot. He does card backs, but he also does accessories. Look on his eBay channel, or eBay shop, whatever you want to call it. He does reproduction weapons, lightsabers, and also vinyl capes. Now, this is quite a good vinyl. It's kind of a grey colour, but when you put it with the blue, it sort of works. Like it looks like kind of like a light blue. And so there, I'm going to put this on here. I'll try and do it live. I did it before. I hope I don't rip the bad boy. But yeah, when I was a kid, I hated vinyl capes. As I say, the memory I shared with you earlier in Portugal on the veranda or wherever I was playing outdoors on a patio. And I remember not playing with the vinyl cape on. As a kid, I think if I ever opened a figure out of the packet, the cape came off and it was away. Because I just didn't like them. They were horrible. But and in most cases, even like with the Obi-Wan Kenobi figure, if you take the cape off, the plastic is moulded like a cape anyway. Like he's wearing like a plastic robe, so you don't need the vinyl cape. But anyway, there he is with his sorry about the focus. There he is with his cape on. That's nice, isn't it? I'm going to recard him and put him on there. I might keep him unpunched as well, yeah? I'm not going to punch that out and have him hanging. I might get this figure out, put him in, and I'm not going to pretend that it's an original, of course not, but it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? I like recard and stuff like that. Why not? It looks best on a card back. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. And if you wonder why there was a space on the wall, it's because I'm going to put him back on there. Still a chance to save Han and the East platform. Chewie.